Well, this is going to be game one of this best of 5 grand final between TNC Predator and Team Dog. Let's see how game one goes. Of course, a lot of people have been asking us if we're prepared for 5 games, 80 minutes per game. I'd say so. KP, he is starting to rotate through the tree line, but he can't really get this kill on his own. Looks like he might just start chipping away at the HP pool of In Your Dream, but again, it's going to take quite a while if that's the play here. Only a level 2 Void up. In fact, never mind. Armel's going to come in, and with the lasso out, you can definitely kill off this Drow. And so KP was just getting it ready for him, and Armel, he's going to be able to take the first blood in this game one of this best of 5 grand final. That's going to be a very nice feeling out for TNC. However, Abed has rotated, would like to go onto Armel, does zip in. Armel going to run the other way. He'll go for a flame break, but I believe he might just be dead, and Abed does pick it up. In fact, KB showing himself once again on the Night Stalker.
Putting all your eggs so far into Armel. We'll need to find some way to distribute that farm a bit better down the line. Looks like right now TNC is going to try to push the top lane, but you've already got Ice there being disruptive on the Tide. He's already got his Hood of Defiance along with an Urn. So he is very hard to shove out of here. You're going to have to throw a lot of bodies up.
Well, they are going to throw a lot of bodies though, John. They're going to go straight after this Tide Hunter and Ice. He's very, very tanky indeed, but he may not be tanky enough. No TP's coming in either, so Ice just still tanking all this damage. He is so tanky, however. He should eventually die, but another Anchor Smash is going to come out. Urn charge again, gush out, and they do finally kill him off. But man, oh man, that took so much time. This left rack pick. You can just hide in the tree line and do that. However, Radiant Triangle, they caught out Arbet. That's a massive pick off to get, and they are going to take down the Storm. Everything committed for it. They might even find Polison on the Undying. He's going to go for a TP out, but it is nighttime, so KB is going to be able to get the stun off with the Void. While that's happening, Tim's actually found out Arfu. Arfu sticking around in the mid lane is going to get punished off by the Shadow Shaman. They even hang out around the Roshan, just making sure the Team Dog can't get an easy entry into that pit. But they are now going to go for a smoke. Ice going to front line, might just break the smoke straight off the bat. He's going to run into Gabby. They'll be around. KP will get started. They'll get the Crippling Fear off. Ice again is just so darn tanky, however. He's just going to walk back around looking for a Ravage, but there's your lasso out. They caught Arbed on the Storm with the Hex out as well. But can they burst him down? Arbed, he does finally drop. And TNC, it's going to be a 4v5 advantage. Do they keep going? Gabby, he'll go onto Polison. They get the Tombstone. Polison, he's going to die. Ice still has the Ravage. Is not going to throw it out. They'll go after KP on the Night Stalker. There's your Ravage now, connected on all 4 heroes. A massive Ravage out from Ice. Maybe they turn this, but Gabby, he'll keep going. In Your Dreams down. Now Arfu getting surrounded. He'll also die, and Ice is the only man left. And with that, he should just be dead. He's a very colorful Tide Hunter apparently right now, but he should eventually just die. And he will, a full team wipe. Out for TNC.
And the Drow Ranger is a hero that likes playing from ahead, so playing from behind is not really something
Big
you
smoke
want to do
up.
on the Drow.
Arfu, he's going to be targeted. A nice way to get started. And now Polison going to be jumped on the backlines by Gabby. They find anyone else? No. Polison is going to be the one. Arbet, he'll zip behind In Your Dream just in case the Drow does get caught out. But TNT once again finding 2 nice pickoffs on the supports of not T1, but Team Dog. And that'll allow Tims to get his blink up. But the jump is there from Arbet, and he actually catches out Tims. So they get the Shaman. Ice now after Armel, but he is running way too quick on the Bat Rider. Just going to back off to safety. No need to rush. They still have plenty of time to grow on TNC. As I say that, Nightstalker ulti has been popped. They found Arbet. Tims does catch him out, and there is Armel with the lasso to catch him out, and now Arfu trying to TP just behind, but KP was there with the stun out with the Void. And Tims on the Shaman. I mean, I questioned it earlier, John, but it's paying off. And now even in the mid lane, Ice once again is a bit of a rainbow Tide Hunter right now. But that's not what he wants. He doesn't want to be colorful. He just wants to be alive. But it looks like that is not an option when you're fighting up against TNC, as Gabby will pick up another kill on the Morphling.
They could catch a couple of heroes out here. Abed's too far off to back up.
Oh, this is very, very bad news for Team Dog and Ice. He's going to be targeted first, but they don't get the silence off yet. Ice, he does have the Ravage, but there's your silence coming out. Now the lasso in the back lines. They caught in your dream. They've got the Drow, but the Ravage is going to fly out. Abed, he'll zip back in after Gabby, but he does go down. Ice, and Abed both dead, and this is looking really bad as Arfu also dies. There goes in your dream. There goes Paulison. Gabby on an ultra kill on the Morphling. And TNC are playing this game perfectly. Nobody knew how broken it was the whole time, dude. Abed. Oh, he jumped in on Tim's. KP's there with the silence as well. Oh, Abed. It's the wrong target. You can't go after the Shaman anymore. He hasn't got an Orchid up. Now the lasso's there. They caught in your dream again. This Drow Ranger is set to fall. He just cannot survive. And now Gabby going in after Paulison. There's your shackles out once again. Tim's Shadow Shaman is something to look out for this new patch, it seems. In fact, they even found more. Arfu, he just wants to go home. It's Christmas. Let him live. He will die, and there you go,
no,
GG. I think they're too far behind now. Up against the Morphling as a Drow Ranger, it just doesn't feel good. No. Abed, he's trying to rush a BKB. It's a mess. I don't think they were expecting the Shadow Shaman to be that impactful.
Aether Lens is enough. And Tim's, we know how Tim's plays. We know how TNC prioritizes the pause for...
We'll see what Ice can do about this. Because over in the mid lane, Armel and Abed going to be going at it, and Armel copping so much harassment early on. This is the generally the deal when you are versing the Morphling, of course. You just put us... Ooh, Abed. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to happen. I think if there's one hero that doesn't necessarily care about losing all its mana, it is a hero like Slaughter who can still bash you. As I say that though, mid lane, Armel will die a second time. He hit that level 3 mark, but Abed is really giving it to him. Now down towards the bot lane, Febi's going to cop it. Team Dog, they are not happy this game. A 0-3 already to the side of Team Dog. She can go to the side, John. I know who the queen really is. In fact, Abed jumping back in after Armel. Armel's going to be okay. I mean, he's level 4 now. Abed has got a 1 level advantage. Armel, oh, that is a panic waveform out. But roll in Arfu. Ice. Bot lane's going to tie to Gabby, but my god.
No. This is a really risky lane for Armel to maintain. They might want to lane swap or just get Armel into the jungle. He does not have an early Morbid Mask though, so it's going to be hard to get that farm save.
Nice kill onto Paulson though from KP, and in your dream he does have a blink. KP barely has the mana for a crush. Tim's going to chase down in your dream, hoping for a lucky shot if he can reach. His sword is right next to him, but he can't hit him. Tim's just poking him up the bum chart, just have trust that Armel can make it back into this game. Of course, Gabby will probably be the space maker on TNC, but speaking of, he's going to get rolled on now. The break is there from Ice, but it looks like they have not got the control, and now Gabby going to turn back around with the Focus Fire and the Javelin. Arfu still trying after Febi. They will get the Venge, but they will lose their Earth Spirit. Ice, however, still trying to go after the Wind Ranger. He is not going to be able to finish him off.
Use him as a space maker now. Set him up as a distraction, so Gabby has a good time farming up. Investment needs to pay off, and speaking of Gabby, he's in danger.
That he is. Gabby going to go down. Now Tim's going to also be in danger. Arfu wants to keep this chase up. They have plenty of damage with the poison attack, and with the last one out from Ice. It's going to be way more than enough, and in your dream, from across the map, is just having a laugh to himself as he free farms on the anti-mage.
We'll have to take it though, but it's again not the biggest pickup, but it's some space out for Armel at least.
Absolutely. In your dream now going to show up and start draining a bit of mana. Roll in Arfu. He wanted to go on the morph, but instead they'll pick up Febi. They could still try onto Armel, but he should be okay to get out. They won't bother. Armel still sounding quite confident on this Morphling, as now Tim's is going to come in with KP. Ooh. And they kill off Abed on that Queen of Pain. Just sneaking up from the backside. Smoke up. TNC would love to run into this AM, especially with this blink up on KB. They've got the initiation they need, and in your dream, that may have been a bit of a problematic blink there. KP now going to have his smoke broken, does get the stun off, and with the swashbuckle out, Tims is able to secure the kill. Roll in from Arfu with the tombstone drop. They want to try and get a trade, and they are going to be able to get Tims. Can they get KP on the slaughter? A perfect roll in from Arfu should mean they can. He will try to crush away, but it is going to be no good. And now another roll back towards Febby. They should find a third kill, and they will. So instead, they'll leave him be. They got the bounty they wanted. However, Swap, Ice, going to get caught out. There's your focus fire as well onto Gabby. Ice still being targeted here, and he does go down. Fu, however, going after Febby, and now Tims. The Rolling Thunder is there. Tims actually gets himself out of there. Now Armel going after Fu. They'll get the Earth Spirit to boot. Onto Paulson it is, but Armel will leave him be as Tims comes back in with a nice lucky shot out with the swashbuckle, and they want that Undying, and they might just get him. In fact, the shackles out Gabby. He even found Arbed, but they should not have the control for the Quab, as the blink on KB was not available at the time.
Biggest hero that needs that injection of gold does pick them up, and now Armel's number 2. Oh!
Arbed once again ends up getting Armel. Nice bit of chip damage, but they aren't going to really just throw all their bodies at it. So they still hold their own tier 1. KP going to get caught out now by Arbed. And looks like he is set to die. Meanwhile, Gabby also going to die. So both cores going down on the same side of the map. Definitely very bad news here for TNC.
In terms of getting blown up, but they will make a move onto the Rosh, and this is where the lineup really shines. It's that Venge plus Slardar. With all the physical damage you have, the Rosh does not last long.
Ice going to get started onto Febby. There's your Rolling Thunder out. Febby is going to die. And now they're going to go back in for the Roshan. Team Dog. They say thank you very much for taking out half its HP. TNC, however, they are making their way over. The Team Dog, they're not stopping. The Roshan, about 1,000 HP left. They've got to jump in, but they won't be able to get there in time. In your dream, he got the Aegis. Paulson's going to fall low, but not low enough. He is able to walk out. Meanwhile, Febby, a nice swap out. They get Arfu. They'll get Paulson thanks to Tims. Is that going to be it? They want to go for a bit more, and they do spot out Ice. KP also has the option for Arbed, but he is limited on vision, and they aren't going to continue. They are going to back off.
Such a risky proposition.
Ice. Going to be ganked up here. Tims with a Rolling Thunder. Armel comes in. Gabby will take the kill on the Wind Ranger. However, Arfu is going to counter-initiate, but a nice swap out once again from Febby. They are still just focusing down Tims, and they'll also go after Febby afterwards. So they do punish quite nicely here, Team Dog. They still get something for the death on their Viper.
Right. You see Team Dog have smoked up behind in your dream. They're going to try to make stuff happen here.
Oh, KP jumps in, does find In Your Dream, but they see everyone else, but a nice shackles out. Gabby, he got 2, but there's not enough follow-up yet. Armel, he's going to jump in now with the Morph onto Arfu. He's an Earth Spirit, this Morphling. Arfu is just going to try and roll away. Speaking of rolls, Tims gets a roll of his own now onto Arbed. It's a massive target to take down, but the Mana Void out from In Your Dream, not going to be enough. He's also going to die. That's the Aegis gone, but Ice is going to reinitiate now with the Rod of Atos onto KP. They want the Slaughter dead. They'll get the Slaughter dead. Onto Tims, the Pangolier. He's trying to TP out in time. Is he going to make it? He will. Back to the fountain, but he will die there. As the poison does kick in from Ice. And overall, it was a 2 for 2 if you want to count the Aegis.
That could be key in them getting control as long as you don't allow Armel to shapeshift. It is fine, but he's already on the Wind Ranger form.
Here we go. Armel just crosses half the map in about 2 seconds, and in your dream, he blinks straight into him, but the counter spell's there. KP, he got the stun off anyway, but the Manta's going to come out. They're going to jump straight in after KP. The Sonic Wave, perfect from Arbed, connecting on everybody, but do they have enough damage? Armel is just going to run the hell away with this Wind Ranger form. Meanwhile, Tim's going to roll straight through onto Arfu and Arbed. In your dream, still on the chase, however. Looks like Ice will kill off Febby. Now they have found out Tims. The roll not going to connect, but the silence is there onto Armel. It's a way bigger target, and In Your Dream gets the bash off, but Armel is going to be able to waveform up to the high ground. A very close call there from TNC. Bot lane, Gabby is still being chased down. Arbed, he just TP's down to the T1 tower. TP away, is it gonna make it? It looks like he will.
Ooh.
What? How much damage?
He had a Spirit Vessel on.
Oh. But they're gonna have to try for that Roshan as Team Dog, they've jumped in. And that Roshan is not going to take a very long time to take out. In fact, it's going down very quick. It is scouted by Febby with the Wave of Terror. But Arfu going to jump straight in with the Boulder Smash, giving time for In Your Dream. However, the Spider Legs, Gabby, he's in. But In Your Dream does get the Aegis. Ice, meanwhile, with the Viper Strike, holding on to Gabby. He's just so darn slow, and he will die in the Nether Toxin. Febby trying to get out, but the Abyssal Blade was there by In Your Dream. Oh, and it was so darn close there for TNC, but still a bit too far. Team Dog, a 13k net worth advantage now. And they are looking very healthy in this game number 2 as even KB top lane trying to split push, assuming he was alone, but he was not. Ice. He knows how offlaners work. Fool me once, he says. And yeah, Tim's poor guy, gonna Guardian Greaves up, gonna try for the roll, but the Mana Void is gonna be there. Meanwhile, KB gonna also be in danger as Arbed has found out the Slaughter, and that is gonna be a secondary kill out for In Your Dream.
Feeling rather squishy. You can see the confidence in Your Dream. Does have half a minute left on the Aegis.
Nice shout, In Your Dream. He counterspelled the Shackles and the Sonic Wave is gonna come out. They are gonna get it wiped. They do get a Shackles to save Gabby. KB's gonna jump in. Oh, what a counter spell out for In Your Dream. So I don't think they're gonna rush the tier 4s quite yet. But I suppose you never know with Team Dog as bot lane. Arbed would be a great pickoff, and they get the Shackles. The Viper trying to TP in, Ice trying to help out, but they've lost Arbed. KB just gonna TP run in front, but no, In Your Dream. He will have the Abyssals to cancel that off. And he wants to chase down Gabby, who wants a high five, but I'm not sure this is the time, Gabby. In Your Dream is still chasing, and what a perfect blink out onto Gabby, right on top of his head. Arfu gets a silence off, and Gabby, he'll get his high five all right. Mel is just going to run away.
Racks are just going to fall here.
Oh, Shackle's way off target. Maybe just trying to force In Your Dream to use the counter spell, but it's such a short cooldown anyway. See Ice with that new item now, throwing it out straight onto the Morph Armel. They're going to focus down the other instead. They want Tim's Pango, but Febby is going to get the swap off in time. Mana Void is going to be there to kill off Febby. Tim's going to go for the Rolling Thunder, trying to fight this one out with Armel. But do they have enough? It doesn't look like it. The swap is there. It will barely save the Morphling, but Tim's might just be left behind. They root him in place. They want the kill. In Your Dream going to jump in, and he does take it. Still KP, gonna jump in, still going for the team fight. Is gonna kill off Arfu, and now Armel gonna roll back in, but barely misses on Polison. So close with that roll, but it just did not connect.
Clear out a wave and pull back. They can't get much more off the map. You've got to be careful.
Shackle. Oh, Shackle, it does latch onto the tree. KP gonna jump in straight after him. They are going after Febby, but the Focus Fire is there, and they do get, no, they don't. In Your Dream, he does survive. I thought he went down there for a sec, but the team fight, it does continue. Arbed going to jump in now after the Wind Ranger. Gabby is going to die. Polison will also die, but he'll buy back immediately into Arfu, who's rolling to the side. He barely misses Armel. But on the left, Tim's does go down. In Your Dream, still going for more. Wants to try after KB, but he's being stunned up. He needs to be careful. Armel going to blink in after him, but the silence is out from Arfu. They don't land the stun, but they got the bashes out. Febby trying to save his life. It is not enough. Armel is gone. No buyback there. The GG is called. That'll be game 2 going to Team Dog. And they do even out this series 1-1.
Yeah, I'm glad it took long enough, but Team Dog come out with a huge fight here. The confidence they had to draft the AM into the Morphling Wind Ranger this time pays off. I think this time around, compared to the game 1 draft for the Storm, this is a much better Storm game for Team Dog. I'm going to have to give a slight edge to Dog for having that comfort pick. Slightly better with his range, much better wave clear with a Dragon Slave as well, and Febby.
Now, Febby does end up getting the first blood. Arfu just maybe overextending a little bit, and Mid lane, Arbet gonna jump in onto Armel, getting a fair bit of damage out on this Lina. Armel still gonna be okay for now, but Arfu jumps in but doesn't get the arrow off. Ice, meanwhile, solo picks off Gabby. He did commit the black hole straight off the bat, but
You know, at the least your two other cores are fairly selfless.
oh, look at this.
In that Void Spirit and the Lina.
Look at Arbet stealing stacks away.
Ooh.
It's going to be a lot of gold. If he does get it, Armel is going to come in now and try to make sure that they do not get those stacks. He might be able to clear them out with the Dragon Slave. So KB does kill off Arfu, and they'll turn back around onto Paulson. The Undying getting very, very low, and eventually just accepts the fact that he is just dead. To secure the kill, and they basically get none of the creeps off that stack. It's going to be a pretty nice little win there for TNC.
Is lagging behind a bit. He's going to need to get some space out, but so far I don't think he minds too much as long as In Your Dream actually does have a good start.
And that's it. Armel getting a jumped here by Arbet. He does have Paulson behind, and that'll be a massive pickup if he can take it for Tims. He's there with the disruption. Still Arbet. He got a last hit in. The Light Strike Array was not timed well. Arbet is going to die for his trouble, but it's well worth it. Paulson now also going to be in danger. Is taking a hell of a lot of damage on that Undying, but he is set to fall, and Gabby will be the one to take the kill.
Which is exactly what Team Dog wants. They're just pulling ahead slowly but surely in that word, and they are clearing the map a little bit more efficiently here.
Gabby going to find Arfu on that Mirana. They get the creep, but the black hole out from Ice. Is it going to be enough? Arbet is going to jump in, and they do burst down Gabby. A great black hole out from Ice from the high ground, and now Febi's also going to die. And that's something you don't see every day, John. See how quick Gabby can catch up on this PA, but it's one of those things that the first carry that gets the first Battle Fury is generally the one that just takes the lead the whole game. Still top lane, Ice going to be perched up immediately, and they will just burst him down. He does mech up, but it's not going to make all the difference. Arbet, however, going to zip in after Armel, but does get disrupted up. Can they hold him down? No, they can't. Armel still going to be chased down, however, a nice Light Strike Array, but he is going to die now. Arbet wants to go for more onto KP. The Resonant Pulse is going to be enough, along with the Shadow Poison of Tims. He got the Lina, ends up costing him his own life. We do have a smoke up now, Team Dog. Or DD Rune found out. Tim's just going to deny it, and he does spot out Ice. Does break the smoke of the Enigma, but they still just continue. With the Moonlight Shadow, they run straight into Tims. Tims goes for the disruption, but there's your Tombstone being dropped by Paulson, and Tims will just accept the fact that he is dead. They want more, though. They'll go after Febi in the back lines with the arrow to connect. It'll be another nice, easy kill. And Gabby, to the best of their ability, I think it is going to be way too dangerous to run into them right now. They may have no choice in the matter, though. KP scouting out, will spot out Ice, but Ice sees Sims as well, and they commit the black hole immediately. They just want an easy kill. KP, however, still gets the Yules off. It won't matter, though. The Static Storm is going to be waiting for him. How's Gabby's farm going after that Battle Fury? I think he's...
KP?
Uh-oh. KP. He has an Astral Step charge. He's going to try, but the Midnight Pulse is there, and they get the Malithus off. Very nice play once again from Ice on the Enigma. Meanwhile, bot lane, In Your Dream, just going to solo push out the bot tier 2 tower. He's going to make quick work of it as well. It's really not going to take that much time. It's gone. Armel might find a big pick off here. Ice, no, he gets the BKB off into the black hole on Arbet. Just going to zip right through. Where the hell did he go? The disruption was there. Armel is still maybe going to die. The Yules is out in time. He's trying to run. He can't get out though. Arbet will zip right after him. They purge up In Your Dream to try and make sure he can't chase any further, but he will pop the ulti. He will take down Febi, and now Tim's also being caught out by Arbet. They will get another. And it's looking to be another very dominant game here by Team Dog in this game number 3.
Yeah, that's a very spicy sneak spot there for Febi. Might be in trouble now. In Your Dream might have caught the tail end of that.
Oh, he didn't?
Doesn't look like it.
Get the vision,
Abed?
however, Abed zipping in, found Tims, and it looks like he also found Armel. The Aghanim Scepter up on Abed means he can go for that AoE Vortex into another. They go after KP now. The Void Spirit is also going to go down. And I suppose this is that point where it gets really scary to be on TNC. That's fair enough. The top lane is definitely going to be easier to push in than the mid lane would be. They are going to be fighting into the Gabby Aghanim Scepter now, but he does not have buyback gold. They kill him once. This game could be over. The Hail Mary play from Gabby. Light Strike Ray is there. The Aegis not going to expire. The mech going to save in your dream. And now Armel going to be in massive trouble. He's a sitting duck and he is going to die. They just go for the racks. Armel, he can buy back. He will hold on for now. They've got to find a way to try and initiate as Abed. He gets the initiation off into 3 with the black hole out. Ice, locking them all down. They'll buy back now. It may be too late though. Gabby, he's going to blink strike away in time. KP going to jump back in. The troll falling low, but he still has that Aegis and Abed once again. A two-man vortex catching them all out. That might be GG. An ultra kill up in your dream. They even got an arrow out onto Gabby. A rampage up in your dream now. And that's it. They call it. A dominant victory for Team Dog in this game number 3. And Johnny, it was quite dominant. I mean, they had this game the whole time.
And even in your dream, he had a really free lane. KP on the off lane Void Spirit. They're unfortunate that they didn't mark their team, but it's fine. Like, their names are tagged up, as you mentioned. But I would still give... I give Team Dog an edge. It's just Afu, Earth Spirit, Abed, Storm. Those are really scary here. Have a smooth ride into level 6 where he might commit for the Exorcism, and that's going to be an important timing for him.
Baby might be first blood. Afu, the one to take it this time around on the Earth Spirit. Still fighting over these 6-minute power runes. Tims is going to get lucky with the haste. He's going to try and hold on to it. In fact, never mind. He'll just take it as Armel wants to go for a kill attempt. They'll ignore Abed and go after Paulison. It's going to be a very nice arrow coming in from Tims. Armel will be able to finish off the kill with the Crypt Swarm. He didn't have the Battle Trance off called, we didn't have the mana for it, so he couldn't really just secure the kill, I guess. There's bot lane in your dream, joining in there with Ice, is going to be able to get the tier 1 tower, and now they want to go after KP. They have that black hole, and they might just commit it, but Febby is there to cancel if need be. He'll pop the Astral Spirit down into the Stomp. KP now with no mana, he's just going to run, but Febby is going to go after the Spectre. It's not quite enough damage though, but KP is going to walk out safe. I say that, the Malefice is there. Meanwhile, Gabby dies mid lane to Abed. And KP is going to be fine. The unspoken hero of TNC, though, is going to be Armel on the DP. He is very close to picking up that Yule Scepter. Obviously helped out in getting that top tier 1 tower. Now poor old Afu is going to roll into an invisible target. He's going to try and make the run, but Tims is going to chase him down. They have the silence, but the arrow does not connect. But the Crypt Swarm will from Armel. Well, it's only going to be 1 kill coming out here for Team Dog. Armel pulls up. Arrow is going to be there, perfectly timed onto Abed, and that's a massive pick. Great combo there from Armel and Tims. Like, Ice does want to finish off the BKB before they get started with that blink. Just picks it up preemptively to make sure if they need it, they have it.
They're smoked up and they see Gabby.
Be a big pick off, roll in, is going to be there, and they just zip straight in with Abed and in your dream. No wasting any time. It's going to allow in your dream to actually overtake Gabby in terms of net worth. For the first time this game, they might even get this mid tower as now zip in once again from Abed is going to be on to KP. They do kill off Paulison. KP trying to run. Abed doesn't really have the damage output even with the DD rune. Instead they'll try into Febby. In your dream still just moving forward, but Febby's still alive. Eventually in your dream we'll be able to kill him off, but now Armel coming in. Does have the Spirit Siphon, and they might get this Spectre, and will. In your dream going a bit too far forward. And Abed seemed to have the right idea there by backing off, but no, they are not. TNC, they're doing a great job this game. 3k net worth lead. With this draft, you still have timings to hit. You don't want to slow down too much. Just going to keep it up. Once the SNY's up on Gabby, they'll probably just keep going. In fact, they'll just keep going now with the Moonlight Shadow. Ice going to be spotted out by Gabby, and that's going to be a very valuable kill. Gabby has very nice damage on that troll right now.
Cleaned up here, finished up on Ice and on Abed especially, and in your dream. Abed does get enough space to clear a tier 2, so they get some nice gold. But he is playing with fire.
Oh, in your dream, they spotted out the Spectre, but the slow's not going to be there. Still, Armel does get the Yule Scepter off. In your dream, trying to run. He's been stomped up. Tims jumps in. The Earth Splitter's going to be there. He pops the Blade Mail, barely avoiding it, but it is not going to be enough. He does go down. That's a massive, massive pick off for TNC now as they go after Polison as well. Gabby wants the last hit, gets the last hit. 4K net worth lead, a very valuable pick off. Can TNC go after an objective? It looks like the mid-tier 2 tower is going to be that objective. You are still versing a Spectre after all. But speaking of that Spectre, they may run into her now as Gabby with the Moonlight Shadow is going to spot him out. They are moving up towards the north, where they did also see Ice on the Enigma. Ice in the tree line, but Gabby, he can smell him. TP away, Gabby, can you get lucky? Oh, the first hidden snare comes out. Disgusting.
They only really have the triangle that's safe. Every other spot is a risk right now. And this is surprising. We were hyping up the Afu Earth Spirit, but he hasn't been able to get as much aggression past that laning phase. And that is kind of costing him here.
Abed? That was a very dangerous zip. I thought he was trying to go for a TP out. Abed! I believe he misclicked. I'm pretty sure he wanted a zip TP.
Gabby's calling him he's a busted head. He's crazy, and Abed says he was sleepy. He fell asleep, apparently. Abed actually fell asleep while hitting that, so
it's not how you want to use it.
Nah. Really awkward sentry ward drop there from Afu as well. It was spotted out. So they knew someone was smoked up, which meant that TNC was just going to group up and wait for something to pass, and they are moonlit up now.
They are underneath the sentry ward, though. It's going to make it a little bit hard to initiate here for KB, but he does block off that pathway. Almost daring them to try and come in after him as he goes for the outpost now. They do jump in now with the Midnight Pulse, just trying to burst down the Unlord on KB. Is going to go down, and perhaps they overestimated how strong they were as the Black Hole now comes down. Oh, Gabby, he ran into the Black Hole. He will be alright. Armel does die, however, Gabby's going to have to try and fight this one out for the team. They will go after Arfu and take down the Earth Spirit. On to In Your Dream, he pops the Blade Mail, but it is going to be nowhere near enough. So much damage on the Troll Warlord right now. They brought back on KP as Abed. That's a very cheeky zip TP, sir.
Rush of the game looking like it will go the way of TNC. No Black Hole here to interrupt. Ice is keeping eyes though. So they know the Roche is going. Maybe we see Abed try to zip. He's sort of close by. Could try for a steal, but it is risky.
Korea's coming in. They'll be worried about this, and it looks like they got the Aegis on Gabby. The cheese was on Polison's courier, so Polison gets something.
It's pretty funny to watch. Either way, it's just constantly shoving it out. Look at those free creeps from the Eidolons. Ice got microed him and will pull them back, but you are facing issues here still for Team Dog. Triangle's invaded, your jungle is still not the safest. Gabby's got a DD.
Gabby? They roll in, Arfu, kickback is nice onto the high ground. They could get through the Aegis, but no, the BKB out from Gabby is going to ensure he denies them that right into Arfu now. He's been rooted up. Tim's not going to go for the arrow. We'll wait out the BKB of Arfu. They are not running towards any hero though, so this Moonlight is going to be more of a let's relocate to the left side of the map and take over the other side of the jungle. We'll give their triangle back for a bit. So there's no creeps there anyway. However, Your dream. Oh, Ice gonna jump in. Black Hole is gonna be there. They're trying to burst down Gabby, but he got the BKB off in time. I don't think they have enough. Gabby's gonna turn around now with the Abyssal Blade. Back on Ice. He'll get one. And now, well, the Spectre, she really is not that tanky, John. In Your Dream's gonna die. Polison's gone as well. Afu tries to roll in onto Tims, but that was not the idea. They will lose a fourth hero. The only person left was Arbit. But the buybacks do fly out. The whole team had buybacks ready to go. In Your Dream, the only one to not buy back yet. They don't have Black Hole though. How do you defend this? Arfu, he's going to kick Gabby back. The Vortex out from Arbit. Maybe they get Gabby, and they do. The Dire, the one to claim the kill is Arbit. He gets another. Onto Tims now. They need everything they can get. They'll go on to Tims Marana. They will get him as well.
Woo.
And overall, I mean, you had to commit, I believe it was 3 buybacks on the side of Team Dog. But that's the first real team fight they've won in about 30 minutes. They're going to Dark Rift up towards the top lane, and it looks like they might be ready to try and make a high ground push happen with this Aegis. With the Axe Blessing on the DP. However, Afu rolling in. It looks like they can go on to Armel. The Black Hole going to be committed. Armel, he's just going to die. Gabby is there with the Abyssal Blade after Ice. Another Black Hole going to come out, though it's not going to be enough. Gabby does take him out onto In Your Dream. They get the Spectre as well. No buybacks, but Arbit comes in for a Vortex, but they don't have the damage output. Arfu going to keep the Magnetize going. Febby dropping low, but he is going to be okay. Back to the fountain for him. Meanwhile, Arfu is caught out now by Armel and is going to die. And everything is going to be just fine for the side of TNC. Is now with 3 heroes down with that buyback. They should be able to get Megas up and probably just finish the game off, and they are. They're going to try. It's going to be a very hard defense with just your Storm. He's going to go for the creep wave in the backlines, but he's been caught out. Arrow does connect. The tips do also come out. A Divine brought out by Gabby, but the GG's been called. Arbit's had enough of Game 4, and we are officially, for the first time in BTS Pro Series history, going to a Game 5.
They went back to the Spectre for In Your Dream. He couldn't find a farm he wanted. He had a very hard lane up against KP's Underlord, and he pays the price. Couldn't keep up with the farming game that Gabby was bringing out. So TNC do draw it out 4-4. Should lead for an exciting closer here. The night's growing late, and Abed was getting sleepy. We'll see how that time affects these teams. With Armel, especially once he gets levels up. So the Tornado coming through should be able to melt those summons, give some free farm to Armel. His mid lane matchup against Ember is...
TNC will just have to kind of stick with the game plan with this Invoker for now. It's up at the top lane. Febby is going to go on to Ice, but Ice eventually is going to be able to get away, spawn more Eidolons, and keep denying creeps away from Gabby, because he's going to be very low in terms of HP, but Gabby doesn't have the waveform anyway, so he can't really try and go for an initiation onto this Enigma. Just continue trying to focus in on that farm. However, Arfu now going to come in from the side. Can he find an avalanche toss? There are a lot of creeps around. He needs the full combination. He's going to throw the avalanche and the toss out now, and Gabby is eventually going to die. Ice is going to be the one to take the kill on the Enigma. Not sure what the idea was for our Ogre. Just getting a bit too excited. Meanwhile, top lane, Ice also going to die. Gabby able to secure that kill, but Arfu going to try and go for the trade. Gabby is strength morphing, however, and should be able to eventually get out unless he runs out of strength. And Febby, he tried to go for the cogs pushback, but unfortunately locks Gabby in, and I suppose he was dead either way. There was really no getting out there for Gabby, but you know, what can you do?
Yeah, it's a valiant attempt. That does balance out a bit there for Ice, and they might get Febby as well.
They may. Arfu is a bit low on mana, but he will pop the mango. Febby going to get fire blasted up, and that should mean that supports of the Radiant side will be able to finish off this position 5 clockwork. And now Gabby's going to be pressured. Ice not at that level 6 mark yet. Mel going to be forced to rotate in with the EMP Tornado. It is going to land on both heroes, and Arfu going to be targeted. He'll turn around for an avalanche, but that's all he can do, as he will eventually die to Armel on the Invoker. Nice little rotation out, slowing down the push attempt and pretty much stopping it up at that top lane.
Yeah, they do have space to go onto In Your
Bot lane.
Dream, and this is a risky spot here.
Yeah, he does pop the battle trance to try and survive this one out. He's got to turn back around though and go back onto Tims, but he's not life stealing quite enough, and KP has plenty of control to make sure Tims does not die. Very nice stuff there from TNC. It's going to make it a 3-1 now. Slight net worth lead for this Radiant side. Even the mid lane, a bit of action going on now. Armel going to be chased down by Arbit, but the EMP not going to be dodged down. Still, Armel is dropping to the Flame Guard damage and should eventually just die, but no, Febby, a great Cogs pushback. Paulson is still going to find Armel, but now the Ghost Walk is there. Perfect timing from Febby, saving his mid invoker, and now poor old Arfu's going to suffer. He will go down to Tims.
So if they want to play the late game, the Morphling does scale nicely, but they need to shut down that troll, and they are smoked up. Looks like they've got the same idea here.
Yeah, Paulson, not really the target they wanted to start on, but they'll have to settle. Still, Ice is TPing in with the black hole. He might go for it, but Febby, a nice Cogs, making sure that Ice does not have a path. They will get one. Still, Febby now going to be in danger. Hook shot not going to land on Armel. Just wanted a hook shot away, but it is not going to work out. Still, Armel pops the drums to try and help him out. It is not going to be enough. It will end up being a 1-for-1 on both position 5s.
The dire stand on the hunt for radiant forces.
Gabby, a lot of danger here.
Has been denied.
Avalanche is going to be out. He's already started strength morphing, but the vessel is going to be there from Arbet, and the chains don't actually land. They do still keep going on to that morph. Gabby is still alive as he will turn back around now. Back onto Arfu. He has help coming in from TNC. Arfu is set to fall, but he goes for another avalanche. Looks like he will go down eventually. Meanwhile, the Ogre, Paulson, also going to drop to the tornado of Armel. Ice, he's trying to find a black hole initiation, but he is not going to get any of it. The battery assault is there from Febby, and he just can't find an angle. Very, very tough stuff right now for Team Dog, as even Arbet been pushed back by the Cogs, but he'll turn back around onto Armel. Ghostwalk is going to be there. Arbed waiting for that sleight of fist, but is not going to be able to really throw it out. He'll just keep playing around. He does have a sentry there for Armel, but Armel is not low enough in terms of HP, and Arbed, well, he's wasted all his remnants. He does get out, but they were waiting. They knew exactly where he was going. Tim's able to take the kill on the Mirana. And another great team fight out for TNC Predator. Armel might even spot out In Your Dream here on this troll. With that Orchid, they could definitely try to go for this kill. Febby going to spot him out now, does have the hook shot, doesn't use it yet. In Your Dream going to pop the battle trance to go onto the clock. They silence the troll up. Arrow going to fly through as well from Tims, landing perfectly on that troll warlord. He's not dead yet, but Febby is going to be there to just hold him in place as they do take him out with the EMP. Arbed will come in and take down Febby on the clockwork, but it take the Tiny instead. Still TNC smelling blood in the water. We'll go into that triangle, and Armel runs straight into In Your Dream. He gets the silence off with the Orchid. Tims looking for an arrow, is going to land it in the end. And this troll, can he survive? Not quite. He gets the whirling axes off, but it is not going to be anywhere near enough. And they even kill off Paulson on the Ogre. It's a 5-17 now. TNC with a 4k net worth lead, and with these two heroes dead, they can rush for the Roshan pit. Looking at Gabby in that mid lane, Arfu and Arbed are there, but Febby and Armel going to run straight into them. In fact, they didn't spot them out. Febby still hanging around. Armel seems to have found Ice. They want to try and go after the Enigma. He has help coming from the backside. The hook shot is not going to land either. And now In Your Dream can try to go after the Invoker, but he does not. Instead, they'll start a team fight onto Tims. They do try for the Mirana, but he does get the Yules off in time. Still, the chains is going to be there from Arbed, and he is going to remnant out. Onto Paulson, he's going to be okay for now. Meanwhile, on the left side, they are going after the clockwork, but In Your Dreams come in now after the clock. It looks like they will get him. The black hole out from Ice as well, catching out Armel. They don't have quite enough to kill him off. The Ice War held them back, and now Gabby going back in on the Morphling. Wants that Enigma and Ice. He's going to drop. Gabby's got a triple kill out in this Morph so far. Onto In Your Dream they go. This should be the Ultra kill. In fact, never mind, Armel will take the kill for himself. But now with this Brewmaster split, they'll try onto Arbed, but he will remnant away. Febby and KP going to Moonlight Shadow up into the mid lane, and they'd love to get a pick off on this Ember Spirit. Arbed has only died once this game, but Tim's right next to him as well. Still Arfu going to come in from the backside, but it won't matter. They got the arrow off. Arbed is silenced, but the tornado is going to give him time, but not enough time. KP will be able to take the kill. And while they killed off Arbed, you've got the shotgun now up on Gabby, and he's rushing for Ice in the Radiant base. He looks to blow him up, and he does. Oh, TNC. This game number 5, they are looking very, very strong. Arfu, avalanche toss, not going to be enough, just barely. Gabby, he'll survive, and Arfu is going to die. A double kill out, and now they're onto the tier 3 tower. TNC, they may have done it, John. 12k net worth lead. First lane of Barracks going to go the way of the Dire. Tims will go in for a Yule Scepter onto the Ogre, but Polisson does have the Eidolon to block off the arrow, but it won't matter. Gabby, a godlike spree already on this morph.
Really is. A lot is hanging off the back of Ice now. Getting in position to maximize this BKB with a good black hole. The issue is he doesn't have a blink, so he's going to have to walk up with the BKB and hope for the best. And it just hasn't been happening. If he doesn't get the angle, the fight really does collapse. So you have to be careful here, Team Dog, as TNC, they're still hungry. They've still got spells to play with. They're not scared.
No, they are not. Moonlight Shadow is there. Arbed is going to be the one to be focused. No, they go after In Your Dream straight off the bat. Ice though. There's your black hole. It's only on one. Gabby's going to waveform through the back lines. They got Arfu on the Tiny. They did not get anyone on the side of TNC. Sunstrike on In Your Dream. He'll battle trance and try and survive through this, but it is not looking good. He's been tornadoed up, and Gabby will just stand his ground. He does not respect the troll whatsoever. Now Ice also caught on the Enigma. And there you go. The GG's called. TNC Predator, after 5 games, will be able to get the BTS Pro Series Season 4 win underneath their belts. And that is a very nice way to finish off this year if you are TNC Predator. For you guys, get back in here.
Oh yeah. Still